Anybody got a question today for Marley?
Hello, my name is Dash. Hello, my name is Dash Miners. I am in 6th grade. I have a question. So, what do you think made the biggest contribution to get your idea known to the whole world?
I think the biggest thing was probably social media. So I have an Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I am Marley Dias. Yes, that's a plug. But really, social media allows to create kind of this web of connection that people who were in Japan, people who are in Greece, and people who are in France, they got to see my ideas. They got to connect with me. And a lot of them had similar stories that I did in their country or in their state. So social media was definitely the easiest way to get my message across. And my campaign is obviously hashtag 1000 Black Girl Books. So I was able to see all these people who agreed with me online. And even though sometimes it can be a tough space and not everybody is necessarily positive, I have to, act responsibly and act kind with people that support me.
Thank you.
I'm Louise. I'm in 7th grade, and I wanted to know how you think your books have affected kids in our grade and people in general.
I feel like through collecting books that feature diverse characters and feature Black girls, I show to Black girls that their stories are important and that the experiences that they may have that they feel are similar to them actually happen to a lot of us. And I feel like I help kids who are not Black girls by sharing to them there's an importance in learning about other people's experiences and their lives so we can foster kindness and empathy to one another. So even though these books have Black girls as the main characters, I try to show that they're for everyone. And that regardless, you're able to learn something or take away something and learn about another person's experience in a way that will make you a better person in some respects.
Thank you. I love your hair, girl.
Thank you.
My name's Corey Yu. I'm in 8th grade. So what I'm wondering is, what do you hope to accomplish from all of this? Because it seems like you're just collecting a bunch of books and then...
Nobody's going to be roasting, so I'm not going to be, But the campaign, we donate these books. So they go to though it's not necessarily looking for a physical goal, we're trying to create kind of an emotional or a social goal that will help people to be better and to create less hate in our communities.
My name's Julian and I'm in 8th grade. I was wondering, since you said that your old school doesn't have like the books, do they have them now? And how did this like make your teachers feel? How did it impact the old school?
So actually, my elementary school, they did actually change the curriculum, and they incorporated some of the books that I had recommended into the curriculum for 3rd and 4th graders, which is really, really exciting. But in other schools across the district, they've generally been more conscious about what books they're including. And it was kind of awkward at first because I didn't tell my teacher immediately that I had a problem with the books that he was giving out. So we kind of found out like after the campaign went viral, and he was trying to figure out like, is this me? He's talking about me, and then I actually got to see him again, and he was like, okay, I understand. I understand what he's talking about. I see it clearer now. So at first, I wasn't really confident enough to tell him, but after I did, I realized that he was very open to changing the ideas, and I should have just spoken up at the time when I would have been able to help people a lot faster.
Thank you. I'm really grateful.
My name is Julian. I'm in 8th grade. I was just gonna ask, it seems that your schedule is really busy, so like, how do you find time to go to school? So I actually do go to my local public school, and I know that it's not Roosevelt Middle School, but my school is called Roosevelt Middle School, so you guys have a rivalry, I'm sorry, but I go to my regular public school in 8th grade, and I have all honors classes, and it's really tough, but I have to stick to a very like strict schedule, and I have to make sure that even when I know that something's going to be really tough, like I'm either FaceTiming my friends, or I'm asking for help, or I'm staying after school, and I'm kind of devoting myself and being honest with my teachers about the fact that I have stuff I have to do, that I'm really committed to school, but I also want to do something that in the long term seems to have more value. Like I'm going to be able to create this everlasting change with my campaign. Maybe if I don't get my homework done, that's all right. Like it's going to be okay. And I really try to devote, strict schedules where I have to do everything before 4:30, and then my homework gets this amount of time, and then I get to do whatever I want in this certain amount of time. And I also have to be honest with my mom, like I'm not really trying to do this today, I'm tired, like I have to do this and this and this. And on test days, you have to study extra hard. And a lot of the times you have to devote a lot of time that you would normally do for leisure things, but then you make sure that you're creating, special blocks for the time that you do things that you enjoy, because I'm still a kid, and I still need to have these fun-loving moments I get to have with my friends. So it's pretty tough, but making sure that I still devote these parts of my time to doing things that I love and reading for leisure and getting to talk to my friends and hang out with them is really important.
Thank you. My name is Cameron G, and I'm in 6th grade. My question is, what's the most difficult obstacle you've had to overcome?
The biggest challenge I've had through the campaign was probably not sharing exactly what happened with my story and not being vulnerable enough. And I feel like once I was able to share that my teacher was not supporting me in a certain way, my school was discriminating against the certain stories that I wanted to share, and kind of sharing my experience raw and in an emotional way, I was able to help so many more people. But at the beginning, I wanted to just say, this is my goal, please help me, but I didn't tell them why, and I didn't tell them how this really affected me and how I believe this would affect our communities. So at the beginning, it was really hard to get people to donate because there wasn't this emotional tie to the things that I did. I didn't show to people that I really cared. And I had to break out of my shell, and I had to become more confident, and I had to say, this is what I want to do. This is a real life story. This is something that happens to me, and something that's important to me. So will you please help me in this mission? So I feel like having to be open and true to myself about what I actually wanted to do, and what I wanted to accomplish, really made this campaign become more successful because people really connected with my story. And I hope that I connect with some of y'all today. But it's really important that I do that so that people have this really sentimental moment when they get a Black Girl book in their hands and when they're able to donate that.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tate, and I'm in 6th grade. And you said that you started your campaign when you were in 6th grade, and now you're in 8th. So I was wondering where you see yourself in 2 years.
That's a good question, but I don't know if you're the one who made the slime that I got on my desk, but thank you, first of all. And second of all, in 2 years, I'll be a sophomore in high school. So I don't really know what I want to do, but I want to continue the campaign. And if something scheduling-wise or personally I can't continue, I want to make sure that I'm supporting or helping another girl who has a campaign, another boy who has a campaign to grow. So there's a lot of people that I work with at grassroots who have their own social action project and are launching their own initiatives. And I want to make sure that I'm able to support them, even if I can't necessarily go out there and travel as much as I can now.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm Marley. I'm Brady. I'm in 8th grade. You're obviously a big inspiration for thousands of kids across the U.S., maybe even the globe, and I just wanted to know, what were your biggest inspirations?
Some of my biggest inspirations are definitely my parents, but I feel like getting to go online and getting to see a lot of people who are on movies and in TV and who are trying to start their own initiatives really motivated me because I felt like there were girls like me out there who could do it and that I was doing it as well. But I feel like in some sense I didn't have a lot of people who I could look up to at the beginning because there wasn't a lot of people who were having open conversations about diversity that were my age. So if they were older than me, they lived in a different part of the world than me, and I didn't really know what their backstory was. So I feel like, in a sense, I had to create my own, and I had to be my own inspiration, and my own motivator, because I had to do it by myself at the beginning, and I didn't have a lot of people who were speaking up with me. But I feel like as I became more motivational and I became more confident in my ideas, I was able to become this leader for other people. So at the same time as myself, and at the same time as my parents and my caregivers, and the people who I've seen online who were starting their own charities, or being activists in their communities. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Soraya Bonner. What advice do you have for an 8-year-old to reach her dreams?
Wait, I need to see the last part of the question.
She said, what advice do you have for an 8-year-old to reach her dreams?
So my biggest piece of advice is to focus on what you love to do. So do you like to dance? Do you like to sing? Do you like to play soccer? Do you like to sleep? Do you like to read? Depends on whatever you like to do. But let's say that you really like to dance. And you feel like whenever you're bored, whenever you want to do something, you just get up and you dance or you sing. And you like to perform. And you want to be a superstar when you're older. But think about it. You don't have to do that when you're older. You can do that now. So I feel like my biggest advice to wanting to reach your dreams is understanding that you can do that now. And if you feel this really, really warm feeling in your heart whenever you do that thing, you know and you can believe in yourself that you'll be able to accomplish them. And talking to your caregivers, so your mom or your dad, your grandma or your teachers, these people who are part of your life every day, telling them how you feel about that, it will help you so much in what you want to accomplish. So when you think about your dreams, think about that thing that makes you really warm inside, and use that. Use that as fire to change the world.
Hi, I'm Helen. I'm in 7th grade. And how has collecting all these books and donating all of them impacted your life?
I I feel like through the campaign I've become a very busy person, but I've also become more of a confident person. And it's really tough sometimes to actually talk to people your age because I feel like y'all are going to judge me more because adults will be like, wow, she can talk, she can do this. But like when I'm with kids, I have to have real conversations because I am like you guys and I live similar lives to you all. So I feel like through the campaign and having to talk to more kids about what I believe in, I've had to become a really strong person and brave in a sense where I have to stand up for myself and write in my ideas in different places than I normally would have to.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm Xander Cole, 6th grade, and my question is, have you read most of the books that you've donated over these years?
Actually, if we're counting the children's books, yes. But if we're talking about the adults' books, no. Because I've donated around 1,500 separate books. Like I get multiples and multiples, and that's how we get to 11,000. But out of the 1,500, I'd probably say I've read maybe 200 to 400 of those books, but it really depends because there's a lot of books that are really thin books, children's books. But I try to devote most of my time to reading them, and if I don't, I like to, talk to people online about what they think about the books and what they would want to improve. So if I get to talk to the authors, I can say, people really love your character, your plot, your descriptive, your sensory details, things like that. So even though I haven't gotten to read most of them, I try to read all of the YA books, and I try to read all the children's books, but when I get to the adult section, they're either too long for me to finish them in a quick amount of time. But I try to read the summary, or learn about the authors, and educate myself as much as possible.
Thank you.
My name is Caleb, and I'm 6, and I'm in 6th grade. And I'm trying to figure out that your friends support you.
Well, a lot of my friends do, but they are back in New Jersey, so they support me online, but in person they're not always able to travel with me. So I feel like sometimes I do have to give more than I get from my friends, but I know that online they're supporting me. Like I had an event in New York, and some of them came. I had an event in Jersey City, and some of them came. So I feel like even though I don't see them all the time, they're always cheering me on, and they understand that sometimes I'm not always at school, but I'm there to support them in whatever they have to do, and they have my back as well.
Thank you.
My name is Lila, and I'm in 7th grade. I was wondering if at any point during your campaign you were worried about disappointing people by not reaching the goal of 1,000 books.
I actually at one point really was because we had about 2 weeks left until I had to go to Jamaica to donate those first 1,000, and I only collected 200 books. And I really put my heart into it, and I felt like I was never going to reach my goal, and I was never going to be able to succeed in this way. But as I learned after I was able to really reach that goal, that it was more about practice. It was more about me learning how to galvanize people and how to speak out my ideas and how to be confident, eloquent, poised. So even though I was really, really nervous and I was very disappointed in myself, I had learned over time that it wasn't even really about the numbers. It was about my idea of being able to do this again and keep practicing and keep creating. And eventually I would reach that point that I wanted to reach. But I needed to keep learning and learning, and that became more important at one time than the numbers of books that I have collected.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I'm a 7th grader at Julian Middle School. How many schools have you gone to?
I've gone to, okay, let me count. I think around 12 or 13, but through the book tour, I'm going to get to go to a lot more schools, so I'm very excited. But a lot of the times, I don't get to go to schools because I am either at another one or I'm at an event. But through the book tour, we're trying to reach more children than I originally was doing at the beginning of the campaign. So I am very excited for that.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ethan. I am in 6th grade, and my question is, how does it feel to collect so many books and have all these people that are supporting you?
I'm very grateful for the stuff that I've been able to do, and I feel as though, even though this is something that seems like it's always focused on me, I want to be able to reach outward through the campaign, and sometimes it can be very tough to do that when I don't always get to meet kids, but when I'm with you all, I get to experience and learn about your ideas and learn about what I need to do better as an activist and as a representative
Hello, my name is Josh Riley. I'm I have a question. This is actually a really serious question. No jokes around here. But like, why does race even matter in books when a lot of books are in the middle and people project themselves onto the characters? A lot of them have black protagonists, a lot have white protagonists. But the thing is like, usually, if kids don't project themselves onto people in books who have like real flaws and real good things about them, because like, even though they're real characters, you know, like people just don't want to see themselves in their life. So my question is like, why is race an issue?
Well, that's a really good question. And the reason that we focus on race and why it matters is that we internalize messages. And when I say internalize, that means that we are not paying attention. We don't think that we're learning about this thing. We don't think that we're taking in this information, but we are, even when we don't notice. So I feel like race matters because there is a lot of hate in this world. And there is racism, and there is xenophobia, which means that we're afraid of one another. So through this campaign, I mean that it is important that we learn about these stories so that we're not taking in messages about our race or about our people that are negative. So what we want to do is we want to reverse it, and we want to flip it so that we're learning about positive things. So race matters because we want to show black people and we want to show white people who are different in their history and their experiences and their families that they are important either way, and that we can mix with one another and we can be a part of one giant community, but we are also different in unique ways. And if we erase those lines, we will not be able to respect each other. We will not be able to understand each other. And we will act as though we are not different, yet we are the same. So what we need to do is we need to appreciate the differences and understand the sameness in our realities and the things that we love and the things that we do. So it is kind of a complicated way to explain it, but we need to emphasize the fact that we are different races and we come from different places, but we still all love, and we still all live, and we can still all grow. So that's my answer.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. All right. You guys, this is amazing. Look at what's happening right here. This has been an amazing experience. To finish, we have photo opportunities with Marley, and we are going to start dismissing people. Hold on. If you were a 6th or 7th grade class that did a project, I'm going to invite you to start over here where Dr. Fitzgerald is. You want to do it right now? And come this way to start the photo. That wants to take a photo with Marley, you're going to get in this line right here. 8th graders on that side, by Miss Tucker. Hi. If you guys want to take photos, you can stay, otherwise you're